Hi y'all. First, I just want to say that I miss seeing all of y'all on Wednesdays and Sundays and all that good stuff. I hope that with everything going on in these really uncharted waters that y'all are all staying safe and y'all are healthy and are taking care of yourselves and are just trying to enjoy this time and get what you can out of it, even though I think that a lot of us are experiencing just shock with everything going on. I know that this is a really big change, being under a shelter in place for a while, and just a lot of things being thrown at us, and a lot of really, really confusing and new things for us in the past 2 weeks. After looking and talking to the people kind of in my world and looking at various things on social media, something that I have seen a lot and heard a lot is the general understanding that during this time, while we're called to stay at home, not go outside, not see people, not do the plans that we have, not go to school, that people are bored. People are constantly asking any ideas on what to do, or saying things like, oh, I'm doing this because I'm so bored. And when I was thinking about it, I was thinking, well, that's so crazy that people are so upset almost about being bored, because before 2 weeks ago, I don't know about y'all, but I know that I was extremely overwhelmed, and that's something that comes with being a teenager, comes with being a high school student in this day and age in general. There are so many things that all of us have going on. We have so many different things on our plates. We are under a lot of expectations to perform really well and do all these crazy things that sometimes are really, really hard to manage. And I know that I often find myself pushing and working so hard and trying to meet all these expectations and trying to be good enough in the world's view, and that leaves me physically, mentally, emotionally just so drained. And that's something that's really hard, because it's something that you don't want to happen, but you also feel this just constant tug to be working that hard and continue to do what you're doing because you want to be the best at everything that you're doing. And so when I was kind of thinking and reflecting about how ironic this whole situation was, I was listening to God, and He was really speaking to me in the idea that this is a really unique time. This is a time that we can take advantage of by listening to God, who in fact calls us to rest. Genesis chapter 2 verse 2 says, by the seventh day, God had finished the work that He had been doing, so on the seventh day He rested from all His work. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it He rested from all the work of creating that He had done. God created the world in 6 days, all of Genesis chapter 1. And it says on the seventh day that God had worked so hard that He took the whole seventh day. He designated this day to make it for Him. He made it holy, and He also made it a day of rest. And that is something that hit me incredibly hard, because I was thinking, okay, well, God rested. And not only that, if you go to the New Testament in Matthew chapter 11, verse 28, it says, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. God literally tells us that we are to rest. He doesn't tell us, keep going and going and going and going until you can't stop and until you run out. He doesn't tell us, oh, keep working and working and working super hard until you just have nothing left in you. God says, here is a day of the Sabbath, the seventh day. I have created it, and you are called to rest. It is a holy day for Him and for rest in Him as well. And I think that that's something that we can really take out of this time and really press into and think, okay, I am constantly so busy. I am constantly pulled by all of these things that I constantly have on my plate and all these demands of the world. But right now, I have no expectations of me from the world. I have nothing going on. I have nothing that is pulling me left and right all the time. I don't have school to worry about. I don't have my extracurriculars and sports to worry about. I don't have all of these things going on, whatever it may be in your life, that are constantly pulling you from focusing in and resting and spending time with God. And if we can just change our focus a little bit from, oh, I'm so bored, I miss my friends, I miss going out, I miss having plans, and just taking this opportunity that God has given us. He's literally kind of saying, hey, like, I've stopped your world for you for a little bit. And that's something that's so unique, because if we take advantage of that, then we can really learn and lean into Him, and we can rest like He has called us to do, and just really get filled up on so many things that we typically don't get when we're super busy in our normal lives. So that's just something that I wanted to share and wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about. Really just try to make the most of this time, and just hang in there. I know that things are really scary and really different right now, but I really do think that God has something amazing that is going to come out of this, and that we will soon, if not one day, understand what all of this means, and we'll see how it's going to further God's kingdom. So stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see all of y'all soon.